Hey, how's it going? This is my very first edition, solo edition of Rock and Recovery. My name is Jay. I'm your host and your only guest. So today I'll just be talking about the struggles, mental struggles of life after addiction. Crazy. We all go through things. We think we get sober and clean, and all of a sudden life's going to be peachy clean, keen. It's not. It's a pain in the ass, actually. We start doing the right thing daily, all the time. We start doing the right thing. And then one thing happens, then another thing happens, and this whole big, huge cascade effect. And sometimes it's hard to get through that. You spent what are we used to doing? We're used to coping a different way. We're used to coping the wrong way. And sometimes it just sucks. Sometimes life is just gonna life. That's the hardest part is dealing with that. Just dealing with life on life's terms can be super difficult. So I'll tell you what I do. I'm going to tell you my struggles and the way I sometimes cope with things, and sometimes the way I recover or don't. I have a problem with you know you keep doing the right thing and keep doing the right thing, and all of a sudden you get shot down, you get denied something. One thing cascades into another, on top of another, on top of another, and all of a sudden you start feeling this overwhelming desire of nothing. You want to not feel that anymore, right? Sometimes we just have this issue that tells us, "Hey, life is gonna suck." It does sometimes. It's okay. Life is gonna suck. And the best things I can tell you to do or tell you what worked for me is you just got to live through it. You just got to make it through it. You just got to make it through today till tomorrow anyway, and maybe deal with it then. Maybe it'll work itself out. Maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe it is the right time. Who knows? All these thoughts go through our head and we still don't know, do we? We don't know if things are going to work out in whatever situations that might be bothering you. Like today, for instance, I had to take my cat to the vet. Yep. Was going to get it neutered. And all of a sudden they denied me, said I didn't have a pet cage. I'm like, what the fuck do I need a pet cage for? You know? So they denied. And then on top of that, then I go to a job interview. And, you know, being an addict, I have a very long checkered past. Let me tell you a little bit about that later. But I've got a long checkered past of felonies and prison and not doing the right thing. I am different today. And it sucks when you try to go to a job, an interview, and they, okay, yeah, you sound like a great fit. Everything, yeah, you've got lots of experience doing this. Oh, you sound like a perfect candidate. How's your background? Well, my background might not be the best, but it hasn't had anything in a while. Oh, dude. Well, we'll see. We'll give you a call. You know, it's that type of thing that leads to a resentment, a disappointment. I resent the fact that I had to go to prison. I resent all these other people that don't have a felony case. I resent the fact that I was an addict. I do resent all that. I've been forgiving myself. I've been working with myself. I've been working on myself, try to get through that. And as much as we work, sometimes people just don't see it. We're just gonna have to prove it time and time and time and time again, which is okay. It just gets tiring and frustrating. I don't know. For me anyway, it gets real tiring and frustrating just talking, just dealing with people on their terms. You know, there's some things we can't control in life, and other people are one of them. Sometimes I got to question that, because I can sure control some people's actions, but can I really? It's a big thought. I know I can control my own. I know I can control my thoughts and my actions. Might not be able to control my thoughts all the time, but I can control my reactions, the way I act to my thoughts. And I know that's across the board. We can control that. It's a choice that we consciously make daily to do the right thing. I'm not saying I'm any better than anybody else. And yeah, I might be strong in my sobriety, but there are times that you just really want to go back to doing the bad things. You know what I mean? I know for me, it's mm, man, my DOC, which was drug of choice, my drug of choice was M3TH, and I was a IV user. So there's those times that man, I really could do this. It's not a want. It's just something. It's like a bad habit because it is a bad habit. It's like a bad habit. You can do it. You don't want to do it. You don't need to do it, but it's a way to make you forget, and you're used to being able to do that. You might not like it, but it worked. It worked. You know what else works? Talking to people. I might not be talking to anybody but myself. Literally, I'm staring at the camera on my laptop, talking to myself. So, Jason, what are you doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. The way I stay sober daily is by talking to people. I talk to people constantly on the effects of the mental health issues that we face. I talk to people constantly on addiction, on recovery, on doing the next right thing, on just being kind. That's all it takes. It's those kind words, those people that are our new family, those people that are new friends in the recovery community. And we do need a community because we do recover stronger together. I really believe that. Yet sometimes there's those times that I have to go through it to be able to discuss it. It's not that I'm isolating. It's not that I'm going to go use. It's none of those things. I got to feel and deal with everything that I'm going through before I can talk about it. Yeah, I talk to lots of people daily, daily. I mean, I don't even know how many times I spend more time on the phone than I do sleeping or off the phone. Period. I spend more time on the laptop, school, connecting with people, helping other people than I do working on myself sometimes. And there comes a time where you got to balance that. You got to fill your own cup sometimes. I know that's letting go and letting your higher power. My higher power is Jesus Christ, and He's always got me. Yet still, I think that sometimes it's my path is better than His because I don't see the progress that I'm making. Other people might, but I don't. We get stuck in that we can only see that everything is going slow around us, and we forget that what's behind us we came through. Imagine all the things that are behind us that we have gotten through and past and keep going past and look back at it, and it's all back there. It's way in the fuck back there. It's so far back there you almost don't even remember it or see it. Yet we still don't know what the future holds, if there is a future. And sometimes that gets overwhelming because we do all this progress. What for? To live for today, right? To make today, to set ourselves up today for the best possible tomorrow, if there is one, right? Sounds good on paper. Sounds real good in practice. But once we start doing it and we don't see the progress all the time, so we get in that, I see all these other people doing so well around me that, uh, why am I not that good? Why am I not as good as this person? Why am I not doing as good as this person? You don't know. Maybe there's still stuff you have to work on yourself. And I know that I am progressing. I know I'm not the person I used to be. I know that I have came far from where I was. And I keep going and doing the next right thing, but still there's those times where we have those issues that just cascade, and all of a sudden you feel like shit. You get to feeling like you're not worth it again. You're not of value. That, you know, maybe it's just meant to be this way. Maybe this or maybe that. Maybe, who knows? It's going to rain today. Who knows? Who really knows? Maybe we think that we're not meant for good things. Hmm, that's a hard one right there. Because in addiction, how many of us had really good things? None of us. None of us can say we're living our best lives. No, we might think so. We have all these war stories. I could spend hours and hours and hours and hours telling you about war stories, addiction stories, stories about prison, stories about the people that I did wrong, stories about people that did me wrong, all of us. We've all got them. But what we all don't have is a recovery story. And that is what's important, because my story is going to help somebody. Your story is going to be somebody's survival guide. I mean, me just talking about this is just going to help maybe you get through the next day. I'm talking to myself right now. Jason, this is going to help you get through to tomorrow. It really is. And it will. Sometimes we just got to step back and breathe when that overwhelming feelings, those overwhelming urges, those overwhelming desires. We just got to stop and breathe. Just breathe and deal with it. Feel those emotions. Feel those feelings, because they're all valid. They might not all be fact, but they're all valid. They're all valid issues. Every single one of them. And I've got so many people in my circle that want to see me do good. Sometimes that itself gets overwhelming. The fact that I'm going to disappoint them, or the fact that they're there only to watch me fail. Hmm. Well, if you're there to watch me fail, you got a long way to watch, because I haven't failed yet, and I'm still not going to fail, even though fail means only first attempt in learning, first attempt at a first, I don't know. There's some stupid, crazy, fun acronym, that's whatever it is, but it's only a learning experience. We can fail gloriously. Gloriously, we can fail. With a smile on our face and dust ourselves up, get back on it, and keep going. Luckily for me, knock on wood, that hasn't happened yet. Yes, I failed many attempts at everything in life. I have not failed in my recovery or my sobriety. Not saying I'm not going to. I have not done it, and it's not part of my plan. Not everybody's recovery is the same. Not everybody's is the same. There are people in the recovery communities that will judge others because they're on meth or harm reduction or any other thing. Who are they to judge somebody? Who? They're nobody. If you're judging somebody on their recovery, you better take a bigger and deeper look at yourself. Because as long as that person is doing the right thing, as long as that person is doing the next right thing daily to help themselves, to help somebody else, who are you to judge them? Nobody. Across the board, that's nobody. I commend you for getting on the horse, getting on the freaking recovery, quitting or even reducing the use of whatever you're on. I commend you for that. It's hard. It's hard. Keep doing it. You'll get there. I'm proud of you. You're enough. You're worth it. And as I look at myself talking, I think that somebody's telling me the same thing. Jason, you're worth it. Jason, we're proud of you. Jason, you've got this. Don't worry. You've got this. I know I do. I know I got it. Thank you. You know, and I am proud of you. It's hard. I've got 15 months tomorrow. That's a big number. 15 freaking months of clean and sober. That's a lot. I've changed people, places, and things. Those are the top three, right? People, places, and things. Moved out of Colorado, where I was born and raised. I moved May 16th to Florida. I came here on vacation and I decided to move down here permanently on a whim. Sold it, got rid of everything in my apartment, moved down to a new apartment, and that's where I am now. My humble abode. Welcome to me, and during that process, I've put in thousands of applications, thousands of interviews, all for them to say one thing: you are great and qualified. You are very highly qualified for this job. In fact, we want you to work for us. Okay, cool. Where do I sign? Oh, but you have to pass background. Probably not going to happen. I hate to say it, you know, yet that's just the struggles that we face daily as addicts, as convicts, as recovering addicts, and, as human beings. It might not be a work issue for the next person. It might not be. But I'll tell you what, all our struggles, whether they're the same or not, we still have those same feelings of that overwhelming sense of doubt, doubt that we're doing something the right way, or we doubt ourselves. I got to tell you something. I doubted myself for so long that it's not a new feeling. It's a sucky feeling, but it's not a new feeling. It's not new at all. The more we doubt ourselves, the more we start to believe it. The more we believe it, the more we doubt ourselves. It's a strange and vicious circle. We could be on top of the world, and that ain't enough sometimes for us because we know we're one step away from falling off. And that one step is what scares us. Not necessarily scares us, but it scares us. There's that saying, hurt people hurt people. It's true. Hurt people do hurt people. They don't have to, but we do. We get overwhelmed, and this overwhelming feeling that we get, we tend to exaggerate. So my overwhelming feeling to protect other people, I choose not to communicate with them because I know myself, and I know I might snap and I might say something wrong to the wrong person and make them feel bad. That's me. That's why I don't talk about what I'm going through around people until I've gone through it. That's not saying I don't need my community around me when I need them. I do. If it wasn't for the community that I got, the recovery community that I have, the people around me, the people I can reach out to, the people that reach out to me, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Yet in that, I don't want them to hurt because of something I said or something that I've done. So yes, I do isolate, kinda, but it's a healthy isolation. It's not a detrimental isolation. I'm not isolating for any other reason other than to get over what I'm going through and then do the next right thing. Then I can talk about it. Because let's face it, if you were an addict and you've gone through such stuff, you're gonna have some type of emotional trauma. Maybe not the best, yet it's still valid, and we still have to deal with it. And dealing with it means many different things to many different people. For me to deal with my things that I'm going through, I have to just deal with them by myself, not isolated, just by myself. There's a big difference. I don't hurt people on purpose anymore. So I choose to do this by myself sometimes. And if you're the same way, then you should follow me. If you've got the same mindset as me, give me a like, give me a share, give me a follow. Because guess what? Subscribe. Because guess what? We've got a lot to talk about. Here in the coming future, I'll have some other addicts on here telling their story of survival. I'll tell mine. And I just look forward to seeing all of you and all the interaction. Just keep tuning in. And that's what I've got for today. I love y'all. You're enough. You're worth it. And come back and see me. Bye.